Hi, I'm back again with my little doll. And and so I wanted to show you what I've got done so far, because I did say on the last video a couple hours ago that I was going to keep you updated. Now, this here doll, this here piece right here is the front of the doll. That's her front. And then this here is her back. And so it's just slow stitched on a lot of scrap fabrics. And but I want to continue on because I have a couple more things I want to put on, but some of these things aren't going to be put on until I stuff her, because I have these leaves I want to put on and this wire, and so I want to I'm not sure exactly how I'll do that, but I'll just wrap those leaves around the wire, because the wire is like a floral wire, and so it's like a thin wire and it's covered with paper. And so I'm wrapping these leaves around the wire like this way. I'm just going to wrap them around the wire. And then my plan is to there. Now see that now those leaves are wrapped around that wire. Okay, so what I want to do with that is after I get her sewed together, then these are going to go around. After she's sewed together and stuffed, these leaves are going to somehow go around her. And I also found this piece of cording. You know, this would be really awesome hair on a doll. But I want to take a little piece of this too. And I want that on her in some way. So I got so many ideas of what I want to do. And so what I'm going to start, how I'm going to start this is I'm going to start sewing her together now, I believe, because I feel like I have enough on the front to just go ahead and sew her together, and I have enough on the back. And so, and they'll fit right together. So now what I'll do is my desk gets all yeah, you see what gets. Okay, there's what I was looking for. Boy, I'm so smart. I'm so smarter today than I was yesterday, because, well, if you saw the video that I did yesterday, you saw that my friend Charlotte sent a check to me. And so I was telling my son, could you bring this and deposit it in the bank? And he said, you don't have to do that no more, Mom. You can just do it right from your telephone. You can do it from your telephone. Oh my gosh, I can't keep up with this electronical stuff. I said, but don't they have to see the check? And he says, no, you take pictures of it, send it through your telephone. So he walked me through it, and I got it deposited. I still have the check here, but it's deposited. So anyhow, I'm just enamored by all of the things that you can do now with your telephone. And so, and I thank you again, Charlotte. Haven't decided yet. I'm still thinking about doing the buying me a real pair of dressmaker scissors. But then I got to think about that for a few days. So just to make sure that I've got myself convinced that I won't wreck them trying to cut like leather or something. But actually, on the advertisement for the Guggenheim scissors, they cut leather with them on their little advertisement. I wouldn't though. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start over the arm here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just, well, you could blanket stitch it, I guess. I'm just going to whip it. I'm just going to whip stitch, and I'm going to go around with that whip stitch. This is part 2, you guys, if you didn't watch the part 1. And then I might have a part 3. And then I have to name her, too. I like to name my dolls. I like to pick names. And so, and see, just with the whip stitch. And I'm trying to stick with earthy colors on here. You know what I should have done, or I could have done, or I can still do, is add a couple of buttons. You know what I think? I can still do that. I can just go around. I can just go around and see how the whip stitch here is going to hold it all together. And kind of puts a little finishing binding on there too. And I just leave the raw edges. And then once you get, let's see how I'm gonna here. Stay a little close to the edge. But I'm thinking a couple buttons. Sometimes I got an earring, no, too big. I'm looking in my junk drawer. It's always good to have a junk drawer. In fact, I really want to take everything out of this drawer that's not a junk drawer, and so that I can just only have junk. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. It was just an old age creak there. And but yeah, I think before I get this all the way around, I might just go down half of it, and then I might go into my button box, and one of my button boxes. Let's see if I can find a couple smaller buttons. I think I'll get darker buttons, like a brown, and I've got some wooden buttons too. That would be good. And put them on there too, just for a little bit more decoration. But ooh, I wonder where my sidekick went. I need to send her to the other room to get me a fistful of stuffing. And yeah, she's my legs a lot of the time. It's raining here today. Papa's discouraged because he likes to go take his road runs. And today we have rain, so he won't get too many road runs in. which he could always take the umbrella, but then I worry about him slipping on the wet ground because he doesn't have concrete to walk on, and our driveway is just a dirt driveway, and it gets muddles, mud puddles, and so I don't want him to slip. So I'd rather he didn't walk in the rain, even with an umbrella. So he feels locked in when he can't go for his walks. He does good with his walks, though. He gets a lot of exercise. And see now I'm getting down the side there. His birthday is on Tuesday, so I bought a cake mix and a can of frosting. I am getting so lazy, but then I'll leave it up to Aria to decorate the cake. She'll decorate it because we have things here like sprinkles and stuff to decorate it with, and so we'll have cake and ice cream for his birthday. And so, what do you buy for somebody that's going to be 79? And so he doesn't need new underwear. I just bought him new underwear, and he's just bought him new socks. Socks and underwear is usually a good gift to get people. They need it. And so, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll order him some. He likes to use aftershave. I gotta give him something that smells bitter. That he had some Brute. You ever heard of that? It's like an old fashioned thing. That stuff stinks. I don't like to smell that Brute. Thank goodness it's all gone now, so I don't have to smell that stuff. And Old Spice. I used to like the smell of Old Spice. I don't like that anymore either. Maybe it's just me, but he likes to have his. When he gets up in the morning, he still sets his alarm. He gets up at 8. If I sleep past 8, and he's in the bathroom just getting freshed up in the morning, the smell of that aftershave is what wakes me up. And that smell of aftershave is nasty. So I got to think of something that might not be so strong smelling. Maybe it's because I have COPD. I don't know. I don't want to tell him he smells nasty. I'm not going to tell him that. But he used to wear, what was it even? Armoris or something? Amaris, something like that. I'll have to look and see if I can order him some Smell Pretty. That's what he calls it. He's Smell Pretty. He says, I got to get me some Smell Pretty. And so that might be what I'll get him for his birthday. Some Smell Pretty. And maybe a box of chocolates because, oh my gosh, he has got a sweet tooth that doesn't end. Maybe I'll get him one of those Whitman samplers. Although I don't know if I can keep myself out of it. I do pretty good though with keeping myself out of the sweets. So it's not as hard as it used to be. So see, I have half of her body now stitched together, but I can still add a couple buttons here. I want to do that. And I'll blush her cheek. At least like her other cheek's kind of high. I put some blush on her cheeks. And maybe I'll put some beads here around her neck to give her a little necklace. And once I get that hair, once her head is stuffed and I get the hair all together, I think that'll be cool. In fact, I think when I close this top, instead of whip stitching it all around, I'm going to close it by adding more yarn. And so, and then that will be her neck. So I think I'm going to just leave that like this for right now. And no, it's 12:18. It's time to raid the refrigerator for leftovers. We're a leftover family, I'm telling you. Miss Bianca always cooks enough food for an army when it comes to dinner. And so when it comes to lunchtime, then we can just raid. We got two refrigerators actually, because me and Papa used to have this little apartment size refrigerator in here in our room, and I don't know why, just because we did. But now we don't have it in here because we don't have room for it now. So it's out there in the dining room, and that's our leftover refrigerator. There's sodas, not sodas, but um, well, sometimes there's sodas in there, but mostly it's Arizona green tea and bottled water in there. So there's cold drinks in there. But that's now our so we have our main refrigerator, which is not very big really. I figured we bought that refrigerator just before we built this house. I didn't really want to have to buy a refrigerator till the house was built, but we did. We bought it a few months before this house was built, so it was still in the mobile home. And then, of course, when we built the house, we didn't want to just go buy another refrigerator, so we just kept using that one, that small. We figured, well, we'll just use this one till it gives up the farm, you know. And so now that refrigerator, this house is 29. In August, it'll be 30 years old. And that refrigerator's 30 years old. It still hasn't give up the ghost. I mean, the light quit working in it. But that's about it. So we're still on that same refrigerator. So, but between that refrigerator and then the little one, um, we have plenty of space. So, yeah, I'm going to go now. I'm going to let this go for now. And I'm going to go in there and get my stuffing. Stuffing for my stomach and then stuffing for my little doll. And I might make another video today. This is only what, 17 inches long? Not 17 inches long, 17 minutes long. I'm telling you, it's getting bad over here. All right. Love you guys dearly. I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe and sound and secure and happy and humble. And I keep thinking I hear somebody coming in. And that's why I've turned my head. But anyhow, okay, I love you guys, and I'll see you in a few minutes, probably.